What's going on, everybody? This is Eric. We're back again. EOV Project, episode 2. You can tell by the shirt what we're doing today. It's going to be an anime episode. So I'm just letting my guests introduce themselves real quick, and then we get started.
My name is Gio. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, yeah, my name is Signz the Trap Poet. I'm a rapper from the Bronx, and I'm an avid anime lover. People know that.
This is why you're here.
So, yeah.
My name is Mike. I'm from the Bronx as well. I really fell in love with anime by like the age of 14, I'll say, during freshman year of high school.
All right. Now the introduction's out the way. Let's have some fun. So, like we all said, we're all like anime lovers here. We love anime. So what was the first anime show that you watched that got you hooked? For me, it was Inuyasha.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It was Inuyasha. I was in my pop's room just chilling, and I don't know if y'all remember Adult Swim. Adult Swim cat came on, and like I seen Inuyasha fighting some demon. I'm like, yo, what the?
Yeah.
I watched it for like 10 minutes. I'm like, nah, this is lit. This is lit. Yeah.
I used to binge watch like a lot of stuff because I was kind of like, lost it with it at first because other people was into it.
Yeah.
I didn't really see, the intrigue in it. But when I saw Inuyasha on, Toonami, I was like, that's pretty cool. Then I started like seeing other stuff like Bleach, Trigun. There's another one that people don't really talk about, the Big O. It's kind of like Gundam.
Throwback. That's a throwback.
So I used to just watch those late night. Yeah.
About you, what
I'll say the first one was Full Metal Alchemist that put me in. That's a dope anime.
Yeah.
Funny thing, I didn't watch that till years later.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't see it till
I just
years
recently
later.
finished. I just recently finished.
That anime really was it for me. Like I started watching. There's two of them. There's the regular one and there's Brotherhood.
And the Brotherhood,
Yeah.
But I really prefer the Brotherhood one because it has a better ending.
Yeah.
But both has different type of endings.
That's true. So, those are all like pretty old-ish animes, I guess you could say. The anime's been around since like the 70s. I researched it, so. But yeah. So like, what would you guys say is like your favorite anime character? Like, who's the person that you kind of look to in every anime? That's like, yeah, that's my guy right there.
All right, so we're going to go Dragon Ball Z, right? But not Goku. I like Piccolo.
Piccolo don't get no love.
Yeah,
Piccolo
I feel like Piccolo.
any love.
I feel like Piccolo's mad gangster.
Very
Because-
underrated character.
Yeah, like his
underrated.
whole existence. Everybody from his planet is gone. He's the strongest mimic,
That's
and
a fact.
he's still able to stand with Saiyans. So
And he always keep a G.
right. I just feel like Piccolo's black, even though Son got green skin. He is black. Period.
He's the black guy in the
Yeah,
show.
facts.
Like, when you really think about it, he's the only one different. I'm like, yeah, he black.
Hey, you gotta
He black.
respect this gangster.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What about you? You got a favorite character?
I don't really have favorite characters. I have favorite upper sauna characters.
Okay.
Whereas like they give into the main character. You know what I mean? Where they show their steps they take to help the main character through the battles, through
Oh, it's like support character.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you feel me? In terms of like Attack on Titan, you got Eren and you got Armin. Armin is like his support character. Armin is like his brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Armin.
Whereas like
Armin
you have
the guy.
Eren who just does all the action.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the first time I heard somebody say that.
Yeah. I
that's
mean,
dope,
Armin.
man.
Armin also like. Armin's the genius, bro. Like you said, like
brains,
she's
bro.
just smart as hell. And I don't know if like this might be a spoiler, but I don't know if anyone's seen the second half of what's going on when they got older.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I didn't see it.
yeah,
Oh,
all right.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
bro, it's some shit. You need to watch
Yeah,
that. But what about you? You got any favorite characters or anything like that?
Favorite character, not really, but I usually kind of gravitate to the more mysterious kind of characters. You know,
Okay.
like usually like really good, and then
Yeah.
got, like a deeper
Yeah.
behind them.
Yeah, I feel like anime is really good at like telling backstories and like they kind of bring the character in. It's like, who's that? You don't really know until like 10 episodes in. It's like, oh shit, you've been through this, and that, and the third. That's why
You know what's crazy about animes though? You can watch like 10 episodes, and in the anime world, like it's 20 minutes that pass.
Yeah, right.
It's like, wait, come on, bro. I'm on episode 24.
That's one of my
You ain't
favorite
even-
qualities about
That
it.
is true. Like it's like timeless when you really think about it.
Yeah.
So
Like,
like,
character development is so good.
yeah, it really is. That's a good segue. I might jump into that a little later.
Mm-hmm.
But so with anime, right? There's like the protagonist, like we all said, the main dude, the good guy or whatever, and then there's also the guy that the good guy's trying to fight or whatever. So like, I'm gonna start with the villain because villains are cool. I like villains. So like, who would you call your favorite villain? Like for me, I don't know if anyone's ever seen Code Geass.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
seen like a bits and parts of
Yeah.
it.
I didn't watch that yet, but I seen.
Boy, yeah. So the main character is Lelouch. He's like a prince, but no one really knows he's a prince, kind of thing. And he's a genius, but he's evil at the same time. Like, his father's the king. He doesn't like the dad, so eventually he's like, you know what? I'm gonna he gets his power where he's able to control people, like their mind or whatever. So like he uses that to eventually. I don't want to spoil it too much, but eventually do what he does and like. Yeah, he's just that shit was dope. That shit was so
like you
dope.
get some dope villains at times.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah, but that's the thing with villains, you know, like they make the story in a way.
They do.
Because a lot of times you could just relate to them. Like you see their point of view a
Yeah,
lot of the
I
time.
feel like the perfect example would be Vegeta. We're all Vegetas when you really think about it.
I mean, to me, I didn't really feel like he was a villain.
You really wasn't.
He just had a point to prove.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he always
So-
had
Yeah.
a point to prove.
He
He
always had a
did.
point to prove.
but
So I
that's
guess-
what motivates him though. Like you know, Goku getting to his next level always motivates him.
Yeah.
He like, all right, bet you gonna go to level 3. I'm gonna go to level 3 too.
Word.
I bet, yeah.
So I guess you could call him like an anti-hero then. I guess in a sense.
Yeah, more to like the main character Goku. He's kind of like his, like
Yeah.
kind of just, you know.
So how do you guys feel about like heroes? I feel like every anime has a hero or 17. So like, is there anyone who's like your number one hero or anything?
Number 1 hero.
Not really, to be honest.
I mean, they're kind of all the same when you really think about
Speaking
it.
That's
on
what I was
like
gonna say, they
like
kinda-
new anime though, like 7 Deadly Sins, Meliodas.
Yeah,
Given that he is a demon,
Yeah.
but
He's like
I like that story.
Yeah,
That's
he's
good
a
story.
stereotypical like hero though. He's goofy, he's funny, but he's strong as shit.
Strong,
Nobody
right.
can touch that dude.
I like the whole throw off with him looking like a child.
yeah,
And
that-
somebody's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait, how are you the leader of
yeah,
this
but
whole
he's
group?
really like thousands of years
Right.
old. Like it's crazy, but
You the
Yeah,
leader
but
of
most-
the baddest
most
dudes that
anime-
ever existed. Yeah.
Most enemies are like that, where like the main character, like 14 years
Yeah,
old, 7
teenagers,
years
yeah,
old. Like,
I noticed they do that a lot in anime. Like they make them like either feminine or like
or
you
young
wouldn't
adult.
expect. Like who's this guy?
Yeah.
yeah, it's,
Make them real like underrated.
Yeah.
yeah, it's weird, but it's also like appealing at the same time.
Definitely. Like you have Kisuka from Hunter x Hunter.
I was
Yeah.
just about to say that. Yeah.
And he's a
Super-
really good antagonist.
Yeah,
Like,
but he's
not
super
necessarily-
like feminine. Like that's off back because he said a couple things during that show. I was like,
Bro.
wait, what?
First episode they
Bro,
showed him. I'm like, what is this man on?
few
Like,
questionable reactions.
like-
yeah,
That's a kid you talking about,
yeah,
man.
he be chasing Gon and Kilo
But
around like.
he was a good antagonist,
Nah, yeah, for
antagonist
sure.
character. Like he was a good antagonist. Yeah.
Definitely, because he wasn't necessarily like a villain, but he kind of just like pushed Gon and Killua.
Yeah,
That was a good series too. I just finished that. I just finished that like
Um,
last week. Yeah.
I got a lot of work to do. I'm on the Chimera Ant arc. I still got a lot.
Yeah, that's what I
It,
just
it
finished.
took me a while to finish it though.
Yeah, it's
I
because
had to rewatch it because
it's a lot going on.
it's
in
a
that
little
arc.
hard to get through. But once you get through and you see like it gets real deep, like
Right.
there's
It
a-
does. The king just pulled up and like.
Oh, so you up to
Yeah.
the king part, right?
Yeah. He's like doing that game he's playing with the girl, the blind girl. That's what I'm up to
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, yeah.
Gonki, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But honestly, I feel like the king is more so just like to me, his character is more so along the lines of Cell. Yeah. How they made him? It's like
Yeah,
this is Cell.
he's like I don't want to say manufactured, but like he's manufactured basically. Like, and she sacrificed so many ants just to make the perfect
Right.
being.
He's
As soon as he
strong
came out, he
as
just
hell.
killed her.
Stupid strong.
He's strong
And he
as
killed her
hell.
and just dipped off. Like, yeah, I'm here now. So bye. Like,
knocked him head off. Like
yeah,
just
he's
walked up.
wild. But so like another thing with anime, right, is like every time you watch, there's like one specific moment that kind of just like you're stuck on for like months. Like, oh, like that really happened. Like,
Yeah.
what would be the moment for you guys that you saw and was just like, yeah, I gotta watch that again because shit was crazy.
Actually, that actually happened with a recent anime I was watching. It's called Neon Genesis. Genesis.
I seen that.
Evangelion. That anime had me watch the ending a couple of times.
Never watched it, but I've always heard about it.
Yeah, I always heard good
It's,
things.
it's
about
really
it, too.
dope. That anime like tackles mental illness, like,
Oh, okay.
and it gives different plot twists, so you wouldn't even know what's gonna happen at the end.
Oh wow.
Okay. Damn, that's deep. So I kind of got two. So the obvious one, Goku going Super Saiyan. Like as a kid seeing that, like
That was one of the realest.
that was the
Yeah,
craziest.
scenes ever.
The build up to that even
But
happening.
that's why I was agreeing with him. I was like, support characters are kind of
Yeah,
underrated
yeah,
because
yeah.
he only went Super Saiyan because Krillin died.
Yeah, so like I like broke down that
Word.
like thing like. So what if Krillin didn't die? Would he have turned Super Saiyan at
Right.
that point? I mean, he probably would have reached it at some point.
At
but
some
like,
point, definitely.
some-
yeah, but just that happening, like the bond they had, like Krillin been dying since Dragon Ball. So,
Right.
like,
He's never alive
So, like,
in any battle.
yeah, and like I don't know, it's always give Goku like a +1 when Krillin dies. So like he died like that, and I gave him like a +10. And he just
Right.
he,
I was happy when he's like, you know what, I'm gonna give up fighting because, bro, these guys is going to whole nother levels, and you just a human, bro. You gotta chill.
Exactly.
Or
Yeah,
you got to
like-
know where to draw the line.
There's no way,
he
yeah.
really be trying, but it's
No
just
way.
like he
Look, he got the title as the strongest human.
listen,
Give
I'll
him
take
that. That's it.
I'd rather him than Yamcha had that title, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah. or what's
Yamcha
it? Or
been
Hercule.
Yeah,
Nah.
I'm not. Yeah, Hercule. No. All right, so like, are you guys watching anything currently? Like we mentioned a few shows or whatever.
Right
anything?
now, I just finished like yesterday. Dororo. It's a
I've heard about that
it's
one.
an
Okay.
anime on Amazon Prime. And,
Okay.
yeah, that was really good. Like I was talking about earlier, the character development that the main character goes to is crazy because he kind of like starts off
Mhm.
like with like prosthetic arms and legs because like it takes place in like feudal Japan. So like the lord of the land like fed his son to the demons, and then they kind of like his development of like regaining those legs and those arms and like him becoming human. It was nice to watch. Like that was a really good story. Yeah, I definitely
what's up.
recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I finished the Hunter versus Hunter thing
Okay.
with the Chimera Ants, but now I'm watching. It's something on Netflix called Darwin's Games.
I've
Yeah,
heard
I
about
seen that.
Yeah,
I seen that.
Yeah,
I
I've
just
heard
started
That's
watching
pretty good.
that. Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and Parasite.
I tried to watch that,
Yeah,
but
me too.
I haven't got to finish it.
the limbs and shit kind of threw me off. So I was
It's
like,
kind of gross.
I'm like, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna
really
come back to
gross,
that.
like-
But yeah,
That's the
that
same
shit
thing.
kind of threw me off a little bit.
Right now, I mean, I don't really have. I'm not really watching anything because I just finished Doro.
Okay.
That one's actually about he got transformed. Well, his head got transformed into like a lizard. So he's trying to figure out who the hell turned his head into a lizard and everything like that, and like a sorcerer world.
Okay.
that pops
It's
up on
funny,
my
like
Netflix
these
though.
stories be the most outrageous things you've
Right.
ever heard in your life.
Nah, yeah,
But
I
they
like
all
that.
be
Yeah.
similar.
But they all be similar, yeah.
And they be lit when you watch them. It's like,
Right.
like a lizard dude just living his life, just like
Right,
trying to
you
punch
like,
stuff.
you like, wait, that sounds crazy until you watch it. Like, nah, it's kind of
Yeah.
dope.
I like when it's different though, because usually it's kind of like the same old story where
Yeah.
like, you know, like the antagonist comes and kills the whole family, and like the protagonist
Yeah.
goes and kind of tries to chase
On
him,
some-
try to kill him or something
on
like
some
that.
Naruto shit.
Yeah.
But like, how you feel was like the main character is so powerful that the antagonist just looks ass.
I don't like that. I like the
Yeah.
the build up.
Like like when it happened with Cell, because Cell was super overpowered.
yeah, he was.
It gave a reason for Goku to go to another level, or for another character to go to another level. So that was a
Yeah.
good thing behind it. But
Definitely.
and with Goku, you already know he's about to surpass whatever he was
Yeah.
already on.
But like you're there for the build up. You're there for the challenge. Like,
What,
Goku,
what's that dude's name that they was fighting in the tournaments? Jaren. Jaren.
Oh, the tournament of power.
Yeah.
Jiren,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that. Listen,
He's different.
Word.
that
He's
that
different.
They only
ain't
went on
really
a
get the
technical-
fight yet. Like they ain't
Nah.
really fight yet.
Nah,
for
they
real.
went on a technicality, but if Goku and him just straight boxing, I don't know who gonna win that because
He's watching Goku.
he might.
Eh,
Because
that Ultra Instinct shit is
Yeah,
not.
that's what I was about to
with.
say. That Ultra Instinct shit
Yeah.
crazy.
but look
You
at
don't
this
gotta,
though,
like-
they had to invent that just so he could keep up with him. Like,
But this
Yeah.
is what this is the whole basis behind Goku. Every time you thought that he went to his
Yeah.
limit,
Yeah.
he's gonna go to a
He gonna
whole
suppress-
nother
he gonna
level.
surpass
Yeah.
that.
He's
every
gonna
time.
surpass that no matter what.
yeah. So once let's say
Strongest,
Jiren
yeah.
beats Ultra Instinct, what's next? You gonna Ultra like what's
Right.
something new gonna pop up.
It don't matter. He gonna get there though.
He is gonna get
The
that.
latest, the latest movie with Broly.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
Wait,
but
there's a new movie with Broly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I haven't seen it either though.
it's a
wow.
good movie. I liked it. It was animation was definitely better than the first three that they did, but the story was a lot different. It was kind of the same but different. But I just liked how they did everything. I even liked the ending, somewhat, because they made Goku and Broly friends, and they're like, yo, Goku's like, yo, like if you ever want to fight again, we could definitely do that. I'm just like, all right, I guess it was a little weird, but it's like
Yeah.
okay, that'd be cool to like set up for like other movies or something.
Yeah,
like
but that brings to the point where, because if you watch the movie, Broly actually surpasses his limits as well.
Yeah, he does.
So that's why Goku
cool,
kinds of like, keep him around.
Yeah.
Where he could grow as well.
The only thing I didn't like was they didn't bring back like Super Broly. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that shit was fire. It just he was just like regular Broly.
He got the title as the first Saiyan. That's like he's the first Saiyan ever that went Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
And then Goku is the Saiyan God.
Yeah, so
Like, he didn't surpass a whole nother level.
yeah, so I mean that's what that show's about, surpassing your limits, basically.
Yeah.
So right now I'm watching Mob Psycho 100. I don't know if anybody heard of that.
I heard
of
it.
it,
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
It's funny as hell.
It's funny. It's really good too. A lot of psychics and stuff. Also, I'm pretty sure you heard of it. It's like new Jujutsu Kaisen. I just started watching that.
That's an amazing anime.
Amazing.
It's one of my favorite right now.
I wanted to see the hype. I was like, what's going on with this show? And I started watching. It's a little slow at first, but then it picks up. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and it picks up nicely.
I don't like when new anime come out and they're like, yo, it's top 5. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, like it just came out. Like, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot you gotta like build up to like
You gotta let it sit in.
Yeah, let it simmer a little bit. Like, but that's a really good show.
What do you think about, like, I thought it was kind of cool that Netflix is doing stuff like trying to develop American anime, like working with Japanese artists, but like Netflix original animes like Seven Deadly Sins and what was the other one I seen? Baki.
I seen
Baki was
I
crazy.
have not seen Baki.
Baki.
What?
Fire.
That shit is
That shit
ridiculous.
is crazy. Like
That shit is ridiculous.
it's hard to watch because it's a lot of like it's just straight up brawl.
Yeah,
Like
it's a
people getting hurt crazy.
Really different type of animation too. It's like face crunching,
how
punches
hurt the
and
characters
everything.
was
It's
getting in
amazing
there.
to watch,
They should have died. Yeah, for
Yeah,
a long time ago.
No, that show was
That's actually one of the shows I like the craziest shit I've seen. Like there's a scene where like one of the guys puts like mad bullets in his mouth and then like crushes his face and then his face pulls
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Like the dude that he put the gun to his face and he was like, "Oh, you think I don't know pain?" And just started shooting his own
just
face.
started
Like what the?
and he's still just standing there.
Like,
that
oh,
sh-
what
that
you
show is
doing? Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yo,
shit
nah,
is
that-
crazy.
Next season about to be crazy though too because there's a new.
Oh, they coming out with a
yeah,
new
it's coming-
season?
I think it's coming out this fall.
Yeah, I gotta get back on that because I went back to watch the same like 3 episodes. Cause I just be like, yo, I don't know what's going on. I'm just, let me come back
Honestly,
later.
truly, that's one of the shows where like you necessarily don't have to know what's going on. It's a cool storyline, but you don't necessarily have to know what's going on because the fights be too crazy.
Yeah,
word. You
they really
you
do,
just
like-
entertained by this
Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah, just straight up like blood over there, blood over there. You got tooth over there. It's like, yo, what the? This should be crazy.
And they got
Netflix
One
is coming up.
dude chopped his own hand off and was still fighting. Was like, "Oh yeah, you know, I don't need
I
this hand."
remember that.
What?
And then the crazy thing, his dad is the strongest one on the whole anime, like the whole show.
You barely see him in action.
Yeah,
And
I
the
seen
whole-
him fight like once. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, he different.
That's dope. I gotta watch this.
There's a like prelude to that whole show that I've never seen that they keep talking about. Like, cause he fought before. Baki fought before and won, and that's why they was coming looking for him. But I just never.
Yeah,
seen
I
it.
always wondered like people just randomly started looking for him. I'm like, I don't really get.
Now
What's
it's a
going on.
Japanese prelude, but I just don't know what it is.
Nah, that makes sense.
I'm about to look into that because I like how the first season they talk about synchronicity. It's where like everybody they just want to be the strongest and they just meet up in Japan.
Yeah,
They just want to fight each other.
It was
Yeah,
like
the
a call to
storyline was
action type
definitely
shit.
Yeah, like-
fire.
Yeah, it's
All the
dope.
villains got together and all the like they went against each other. But the what I like was like the separate storylines where they showed they had different like how they got their techniques and what they can do.
Yeah.
Word.
Like the dude that he can control like the vacuum of air.
Oh yeah.
And remember they had him in like that plastic. It was like a glass case, whatever, and he got out anyway.
Yeah. I remember
crazy.
that. I was like, what the? That shit was
It's
fire.
so many different like techniques and like different martial
Yeah,
arts.
it really is. And then Baki just be there, but just brawling like.
Beating ass.
It was definitely a cool stuff. They had another one that was like Ken.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking
I forgot
about.
what it was called.
Kenshin
but-
Impact. Something like
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like Baki.
Yeah, it's a little like boxing.
cool,
I think it is.
That was like more like tournament based though. Like he's like actually in a tournament and shit like that. But it was the same animation, everything, same bones and shit all over the place. But I didn't really watch it. It's
Yeah,
like
I didn't
Kenshin
watch it.
Ashura or something like that. It was called.
Yeah, Kenshin sure that's what it was.
But yeah, another one. I feel like this shit never ends. Is One Piece. I've been watching that. I feel like it seems like forever.
One Piece is just like Dragon Ball Z. Because it
Yeah.
came out around the same time, like in the 70s.
Yeah, but technically Dragon Ball Z is over. One Piece is still
Yeah.
Yeah,
going.
One Piece
Like
still going.
Yeah,
I
going.
only seen the first 100 episodes.
Wait.
I'm up to date.
Dragon Ball Z
actually.
got Dragon Ball Super. I mean, Dragon Ball Heroes.
I
It's
ain't
about to come out.
I ain't
Heroes.
really count.
Yeah.
I ain't really count that. Dragon Ball Super's count, but to
Right.
be completely honest.
After GT, they went crazy. Like GT wasn't part
Now
of
they
the
saying
storyline.
they're trying to say GT don't like it's not canon. I'm like
It's not a part of the storyline.
I'm like bro.
The
GT
dude
was,
that made Dragon Ball Z, whatever, never had nothing to do with that.
But GT was fire.
Yeah, it was.
You like GT?
It's underrated.
Nah,
Isn't it?
nah,
No,
nah,
I
nah.
don't know. I never really liked GT.
Not Goku being a kid. The
I mean, I
whole
didn't
time.
like I didn't like that part, but they had to do something to switch it up. But like
Yeah, but
I enjoyed it. It was.
it was,
nice to watch it.
they had cool villains. Like their villains were fire.
yeah, I would take GT over Super. Hot take.
I don't blame you. I'm definitely I'm with you on that.
I
one.
would take
I'm with you on that. one.
Nah.
'Cause everything up until the Tournament of Power is kind of just.
The tournament of power in itself was just unnecessary.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I get the point. All right, we're gonna fight to like.
But it wasn't. It never really had any point, and basically it was Goku's doing.
Yeah,
It was
Goku's
him.
the one that
yeah,
caused
he did
the whole
he did the
tournament.
whole thing.
He got-
So
yeah.
when you think about how simple he is, he just want to fight.
Yeah, so that's basically all.
But
that
like
was.
he was betting his whole planet on it. Like you going too far now.
Yeah, like who does that?
Because like when I think it was Vegeta or Piccolo had asked him, was like, wait, who came up with this tournament? He's like, oh, I did. How you say it nonchalant like we not about to die?
That's the thing about him. He always nonchalant about that.
Super
shit.
nonchalant.
Super, and he's just like, I'm here.
Nah.
because he always has the answer to it.
He really does it though. He
he
really does it.
don't know how that shit's gonna
But
turn
he's
out.
just gonna fight his way out of it.
Yeah, that's his
Right.
thing. He does.
That's really his
Yeah,
thing.
he uses his fists. He don't really think like. But Goku, you gotta love that guy.
Right.
Got to.
So like I've kind of like come across something where like I'll watch a show and like either it's hyped up or like it's like one of those hidden gems and you watch it for a few seasons and then it just like fizzes out. Like perfect example would be I don't know if you ever seen Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
I just finished that.
So the first season, fire.
Fire.
Second season,
It's like,
it was fire, but it was
yeah.
alright. Third season,
I don't know what's
they should
going
have
on
just
in that third
they should have
season,
just
yeah.
threw that shit in the trash.
Fell off the map, bro.
That shit was
That season was terrible.
it was
Yeah.
they didn't need that season. So like
I didn't even finish it. I watched like half of it because when I was watching it when it was coming out,
yeah.
and like they dropped the first season, and then they waited a few months and they dropped the second season. I didn't even get to the second part of that.
Second season's it's okay. I like the second season because he starts to come into his own. Dog main character, he comes into his own,
Yeah.
and like he's just a badass now. But
I
like
thought the storyline was like super
storyline
cool
was-
though.
yeah.
The manga is just crazy. Like
Yeah.
it's way more like gory and stuff.
I
Like
figured they
Yeah.
tried their best with it.
I haven't finished. I only read the first two volumes.
Around the same time when I was watching that, I was watching another anime called Blue Exorcist.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
I seen that
That's
one.
my shit.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
one
heard. I
big.
heard.
It got kind of confusing when I was trying to like keep up with it because it was like another one after that in a movie. And I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't know how the storyline was going. Like I didn't know what was going on after that.
I just learned there was a second one. It's like Kyoto Saga or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know. I'm like,
Y'all seen the Fate series?
Fate.
Fate Stay Night.
That
Fate
shit is
series.
yeah.
that shit is so
Oh,
cool.
no.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say that's
see that.
another one that's a little confusing because
It's
you can really
mad
watch it
confusing.
you can like really watch it in any order you want.
Yeah, like I started from Fate Zero, but I'm like, no, you could watch this first. I'm like, okay, so I went to watch that, but like you could. I'm like, yo, bro, nah, y'all wildin'. But Fate Zero,
It can get super confusing.
Nah, it was dope though.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
great.
just like it's confusing though. It's just mad shit just come at you at once. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Now niggas is fighting in the courtyard.
The animation is great though.
Yeah, animation's amazing,
Fighting is
but
good,
it's just
yeah.
like I really gotta sit down and just be like, I'm
You
gonna
see
watch this.
they redropped Gundam,
Which one?
Orphans.
They redropped it again?
Yeah, like it's a segment of Gundam, but it's basically showing what happened on how they got to where they was in Gundam. Gundam was like a huge series, like when Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z first started getting hype
Yeah,
in,
like
in like
Gundam
the early
Wing
2000s.
I never watched
Yeah.
it.
Now Gundam that's like probably top 5 for me.
Yeah,
Like,
Right.
just
It's a
because
classic though.
I've watched Gundam since Gundam Wing,
Right.
007.
Gundam, basically like the whole like different varieties of different like
Yeah.
robots that they had. That was the whole thing behind it. That was the amazing thing.
Yeah,
behind it.
and
And
I was never really into like that mecha anime.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's fire though. And
you know what it was? I think that blew up Gundam was the toys.
yeah.
Yeah.
The action
That's the
figures
thing.
is
I
crazy.
always
Yeah.
seen the action
Yeah.
figures, and they was wavy.
And like my favorite part about it was like each series had its like own specific group of characters, own storyline. So it's never like you can never be like I'm not gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch that and like be caught up. It's completely different. And like everybody had their own shit going on or whatever like that. But it was dope. But so like what are some anime for you guys that like didn't like live up I guess to the hype of like maybe their first season or first episode or whatever?
I watched this anime called Magwell.
Magwell.
Yeah, it was on Netflix. I was watching it and I watched the whole thing, like the whole first season. I was like, what did I just watch? some animes be like, it looked good from like the preview or like the first episode, and then when you like get into it, I'll stay the whole time.
Yeah.
I'll just like see like, okay, maybe it might get better. It didn't. And I was like, yeah, what did I just watch?
Wasted mad time.
Yeah, wasted a lot of time watching.
I'm not gonna lie, that's how I felt with Boruto at first.
I didn't watch that yet.
Boruto actually started off like pretty lame to me.
It was.
I ain't gonna lie, I felt the same way. Then I read the manga.
That's the thing though. Like manga,
My
like
shit is-
Mangas is always gonna be better than the anime.
Yeah,
Always.
That shit is,
they
that
hype it
shit
up.
is-
Yeah.
That's like going to like watch a movie, but you read the book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Similar, very similar.
And
yeah.
like Harry Potter's books is way darker
Exactly.
than the movie.
And
And, like,
with Promise Neverland as well,
Yeah.
the first season was amazing.
I
Yeah,
heard
the
it.
first
I
season
need to.
was
I
amazing.
still need to watch.
I still didn't watch that. Yeah,
That first season
I
was
still
hearing
need to
about
watch
that.
that.
And I keep hearing that the second season never follows the manga, and it just fucks up the whole anime.
Yeah, they skipped like an entire arc and that.
Jeez.
Boruto, they do their own thing though, where they got their.
I mean-
it's like a manga canon and they do anime canon, cause like they kind of dropped Boruto too fast. Like, they
Somebody
was still
told me
writing
because I was trying to finish the whole Naruto series before I watched Boruto. They was like, you really don't have to finish Naruto
really
to
don't.
watch Boruto.
You really don't, because like I feel like the Naruto characters never leave. Like they're still fighting the majority of the battles, at least for the first couple episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just like, this is just Naruto Part 2. Like this ain't.
Yeah.
I don't really give.
Aren't the fillers on like in Boruto explain what happened in the war as well?
Yeah, a lot of it is like
sometimes,
that.
not
Some of
really.
them, but
Yeah,
like
some of them.
I don't know. Like I don't
They
know.
kind of more dive into the character development of the kids.
Yeah, like I'm just waiting for them to grow up because I know that's when shit gonna start popping. But
Yeah.
right now it's just like a bunch of just annoying ass shit. So annoying. But so like I like anime because like we said before, character development,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Also, we all like the fights, like when
Yeah,
they
the fights is always
they
epic.
stop boxing and whatnot. I think my favorite fight, hands down. I don't know if you ever saw a show called S Cry Ed.
No.
That's like a
Nah.
old ass anime, but like the two main characters always butted heads every single time. So like it's kind of like Naruto and Sasuke type. Like, all right, we're gonna fight for this last time, and then that's it. And they just, bro, like they went crazy. They went crazy. Like if you have time, watch that. Then let me.
That's
know.
one of the best fights you've seen.
I would say yeah, it's one of the best I think I personally seen because everything else is like is dope. Like the Naruto and Sasuke fight, all of them are dope. Goku Vegeta cool. But yeah, that fight was dark too. It was just like, yeah, they like that didn't like each other. They came from like two different worlds or whatever. So they're just.
What's the name of it again?
That's Cry Ed.
That's quite.
Yeah,
Might
it's
be-
like
I'ma look
it's
into
mad old. It's like came around like probably when like Gundam and all them shits are coming out or whatever. But yeah, we'll fight.
There's a lot of like older anime that people don't really talk about. Like I like Trigun. People don't
Trigun's
talk
a
about
good
that.
one.
You know,
Trigun's a good
Lupin
one.
the Third. You know,
Lupin
like
the Third.
it's throwbacks that
I
you
got
know
trouble
get lost.
watching that show.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I gotta dive into my classic anime bag.
All right, we got something for that.
Right.
I'll give an honorable mention to like Luffy versus Usopp. That fight when they were
I'm
leaving.
not, yeah, that
like,
was tough.
It wasn't a super great fight, but it was just like a mad motion.
Yeah,
It was mostly
Yeah. And,
that episode actually was pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, it was a good episode too. Like Usopp really thought he could box Luffy.
Really,
And, like,
really thought he could really fuck up.
and at one point I believed him. Like, oh shit. like,
That's the thing with Usopp. You just want to believe him because
yeah, but his
He
glow
believed
up,
himself.
his
not with
glow
not
up
with
though.
the not with the slingshot.
Yeah, not with the slingshot at all.
But he had some in his bag for that. He's just like throwing. I'm like, oh, Luffy looked like he was like stressed for a minute. He's
That's
like,
the sniper in the team.
yeah, but nah, his glow up was dope though. He came back mad, bro. Like now he like throwing monster plants and all that crazy shit. So like, I'll give it up to Usopp. He's alright. But speaking of glow ups, a lot of like anime they do time skips or whatever. Like characters probably this small,
Yeah.
and like 10 episodes later they're like this big, mad, bro. Like, so like, you guys have like a favorite time skip where your character changed and went through like a major change?
I feel like the best one that I could just throw out there was be Goku coming from the Dragon Ball series,
Yeah,
going into Dragon Ball Z.
yeah, that's
And
a
it's
classic.
like you finish with Goku in Dragon Ball as a kid, and then you see him years later as
Yeah.
you know Goku.
That's a classic.
Yeah, so that's
Always a
an
good one.
easy one, but a good one to throw out there.
Definitely. I would have to say One Piece. One Piece has really brought a lot of character development, especially within Zoro. Because Zoro, I don't know if people seen the first like kind of like the first episode where Luffy meets Zoro. Zoro's right there about to die, and Luffy just comes out of nowhere and saves his life, and now Zoro is his right hand man throughout the whole
that was
throughout the
beautiful.
whole anime.
Yeah, that was kind of dope.
And there was one episode where you really see how Zoro feels about Luffy. Like, he would go beyond for that man.
Oh, when he fought Mihawk.
Yeah.
Right? No, it wasn't Mihawk. It was
his name
Bartholomew,
Yeah.
one of the warlords.
Yeah.
The big ass
Yep,
dude. Yeah,
exactly.
Because he was saying like,
I'm
I'm gonna
kill
kill.
the dude that had like the metal jaw and
Yeah.
the hand was like his hand was like a axe.
Yeah, that was the first captain.
Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I remember that. Like, I think he said like, I'll kill everybody unless you take the pain of everybody on this island. So like, he does this thing with his hands where he could like, I guess absorb pain and throw it at you. So like, he took everybody's pain, and Zoro's like, I'll take that. He took it, and like everybody found him later. Like, he's just standing there bloodied, like he's like
Covered in blood.
unconscious basically,
About to die.
And he did that for Luffy because he's like, nah, he's gonna be king of the pirates. So I'm gonna take his pain. I'm gonna take it on my shoulders.
All of these animes really be having like
Life
deeper
lessons.
morals and
They
like
really do. Yeah,
That's
man.
the life lessons that these anime be giving you. That's why there's more substance to it than regular shows on TV.
Nah, for sure. I feel like that's why like I gravitate towards them a lot.
Yeah,
like, you
definitely.
always feel like you learn something, other than like, get your weight up and do martial arts or something like that. But nah, like they really do be teaching you shit.
Back to the time skip though. Like, one of my favorite time skips is when Sasuke, but like right before the Chunin exams.
Oh, he came back in all black.
Yeah, he came back in all black. He was training with Kakashi. That shit,
I can't tell you how many times I did the hand signs when he did. He was up on the wall and came down with Chidori.
Yeah.
I've been doing that. I was like, yeah, it was fire.
That's a
bro.
classic.
What do you
fire.
guys think about like the new developments in anime where it's like there are all black animes now?
Yeah.
Like your Sasuke on Netflix or Cannon Busters on Netflix, whatever.
So like I've been hearing about it, but I unfortunately haven't been able to watch them. But like I think it's good. Like a lot of animes are based from Japan or whatever. But like a lot of people be like, oh, like people are black in Japan or whatever the case may be. So like it's cool to see that just for like, especially being black. Like, oh shit, like we got this. Like,
Yeah.
It's kind of like having like the first black superhero or whatever.
Right, because we've been like supporting them for years.
so
now.
it's just like it's cool that we have like our own group of characters. I guess like I could see someone that look like me in the anime. And I was like, oh, that's dope. So like I think it's cool.
And I like the black developers that are doing these animes.
Yeah,
They're working with like Japanese cartoonists or Japanese writers, whatever, to like really give you the anime feel.
Yeah, so like I think I just watched Yasuke, the first black
Yes,
samurai.
Sasuke, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That shit was dope. That was the first black anime, or first anime I seen where the main character's black, and it was just.
And I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna just throw this out there. The black animes be having the best intros, like their songs. Because the animes be having some songs sometimes.
Yeah.
Fire. But like your Sasuke song was written by Lotus Flower and Childish Gambino.
Yeah, it's
just
nice.
fire,
That's fire.
hard. But Cannon Busters to me was the best one I seen.
Okay.
Cannon
on
Busters?
that.
No, I haven't even seen
You
that.
gotta
I've heard
see
about
that.
it.
Yeah,
I
it's
definitely
dope.
gotta watch that.
What is
It's
it about?
it's more so like how Gundam or the Big O was, where it's like a dude has like a robot to call upon, whatever. But there's other characters that got different arcs and different abilities, and there's a whole kingdom behind it. It's a good storyline, but it's really good to see, like, or it feels good to see black anime, supporting
does.
it for years.
Yeah,
and then you're like, oh well, there's somebody that looks like me now
Yeah.
in the anime.
That
Yeah.
representation is so important.
No, yeah, for sure. Especially now with our generation, like they need something like that to just like be.
They just started doing that, like, because, like, Japan been getting flack for that for years because who supports you the most?
what I'm
You feel me?
saying.
And even in like stuff like Pokemon, where they like now you could be a black character. That's big for me.
yeah,
that's
I've been
huge.
waiting
That's
for
a huge
years
step.
to do that.
Right?
I've been red forever. Just this white pale kid, like.
You had to be the white kid the
Yeah,
whole time.
like, I be fly as shit, but it's just like, yo, like, come on. But speaking of soundtracks, like, I don't know, Samurai Champloo, like that
Yep.
soundtrack was dope. Like,
That's one of those shows that I was watching as a kid. Because what really got me into anime though, like binging anime, I was Naruto, and I was a little older. Until I really realized that I was watching anime as a kid. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Adult Swim. Like,
I remember when Naruto came out, like, they did the marathon where they went into the land of water, and Vici, VCRs were still out.
Yeah.
So like I had recorded that whole marathon and watched it back for like months and months just because that shit was dope.
Naruto is like a good one to start off.
It is. It's like a good intro because
I tell people all the time, like there's certain animes that you like if you're not into anime, you can watch and like start off and you be like, oh, well, this is dope. Like a lot of people I put on to like the Seven Deadly Sins only because it's like an Americanized anime and it's more relatable to like hop into it.
Okay.
You know? The fights is amazing. Storyline is good.
So how y'all feel about like animes that don't have fighting in it?
I've never watched one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really?
Except maybe, all right, well, I guess Death Note. I don't know if that would count. It's not really
I
like
was thinking of Death Note.
it's not really fighting, but it's
like Death Note. I watched the movie,
Yeah.
and then I was like, that was the first time me witnessing Death Note, and I was like,
Death Note's a class. You gotta watch.
Death Note is
I
classic.
think I need to watch the anime and opposed to just watching the movie first.
Oh, you watched the live action movie?
Yeah.
That show's ass.
Oh, I didn't even
I never seen the live action.
I ain't even tried.
Don't watch it. That shit's ass.
That
That's the
anime is
thing.
That's like watching the Dragon Ball Z movie.
Don't
do
it.
that.
I didn't have to watch it. I just heard the reviews. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
But
I'm not.
if one anime I would recommend that's like a non-fighting one, I would recommend Erased.
I've heard about that.
Erased is actually pretty good. There's really no fighting in it. It's just about a young adult who realizes that he wants to help people, you know, and he always held a grudge where someone in his middle school class got kidnapped and killed, and he felt like he could help that person. So he actually ends up going back in time and going back in the steps that the last time he seen that little girl.
Oh, like to prevent that.
Yes.
That's dope though. I like anime like that. That kind of fuck with your head a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's dope.
Yeah, that reminds me of Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo Revengers is kind of crazy too. It's a new anime that just came out, but it deals with like time too, where he kind of goes back in time trying to like rewrite some things that happen. And that anime is crazy because it's a bunch of middle schoolers who are in like gangs and they just be fighting each other, bro, beating each other's ass, bro. That shit's crazy.
But that's on Hulu.
I seen it on Crunchyroll. I don't know if it's on Hulu.
Crunchyroll, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta look that one up. It
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of Goku-san a little bit. This teacher's like in the mob or whatever. She comes to this high school class and like she's trying to she's living a double life basically, but like everybody in the school's in a gang and they eventually find out. But mobsters, like it's crazy, but it's like it's a simple like
you know what I love though is that Japanese anime can make animes about almost anything.
Yeah.
Like the basketball anime. You ever watched any one of
Yeah.
those?
Kuroko's basketball, that shit.
Yeah, you
that
put
shit
me
was
on to
lit.
that.
Yeah,
It's
that
crazy.
shit was
It's
lit.
lit.
Or like the soccer ones. It's like, bro, like how y'all got like abilities and using martial arts.
Yeah,
for
that
soccer.
shit crazy.
That's the thing, though. You can't take it as like that. You feel me? Where it's like it's the sport.
I think it's dope though.
it is
It is
dope.
dope.
It's definitely dope.
They had a football one called Eye Shield 2021 where the dude like he was a cheat code. Like he could see like paths on the field while he's running the ball, like and nobody could catch him. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Can you imagine?
Yeah,
Like,
that's definitely cheat code.
that shit was dope though. I ain't gonna lie. So talking about anime, like I don't know if anyone's ever done this when they were younger. Like I had like a little group of anime kids in middle school, and like we always wanted to be one of them, I guess. So like we did a thing where everybody voted on who you're most like. I was Shikamaru for some reason. I guess I don't know. Shikamaru, I guess. So like, if you guys could be anybody in any anime, like who would you choose?
That's a tough question.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is
that's why I asked it.
That's definitely a tough question.
Yeah, just marinate on that one.
Damn. Out of all of the animes I've seen,
There was one you could be.
Yeah.
now this is probably gonna sound cliche, but I'll probably run back to this one. I'm definitely gonna go with Piccolo.
I had a feeling he was gonna say that.
Like, I don't necessarily have to be involved in the big battles, but I'm there.
Or are you
Feel
there?
me? And if you touch
if they
me,
need you, they
I
you
am the
there.
strongest Namek.
No, yeah.
Unless, you know, like once he take off the hat and the cape, you know that's
Yeah,
weighted.
that's-
That's
you know
weighted
it's a
gear.
wrap.
Like,
You know it's a wrap.
Now
That's
you
how you know
game
it's go time. Yeah.
That's a good pick.
That's a good choice.
Man, that's tough though. I mean, I would have to say the Usopp.
Okay.
Definitely Usopp.
Yeah.
Because even though he doesn't really do much within One Piece, but you actually see his own character development where his brain, his skills actually get enhanced.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And
He gets a +1.
he doesn't get very discouraged at all when it comes to going to a new place or to a new land. Because
Yeah, like,
within the time
wasn't
lapse,
his father like a famous
Right.
pirate or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that? So yeah,
like
Was he with Gold Roger or is he with
it was
Shanks?
it was Go Roger.
Okay, yeah.
But within the time lapse, within they go from one island to like another, and they end up meeting certain villains that go to Gold Roger and leads to Usopp's
The-
past and that
Oh, yeah,
as
yeah.
well. You feel me? So that's where he gets his character development in a way, and when he wants to fight Luffy, that's when he realizes that Luffy's is the captain and those are his family and friends, and
Yeah.
he always been through that.
No, Usopp's a good choice though. Mad underrated.
He is underrated,
Yeah.
but he's a
you
sniper.
got a character.
For me, I don't know if it's a character I would want to be, but definitely a character I relate to a lot. It's probably Killua from Hunter x Hunter.
Ooh,
That's
Yeah.
that's a good one.
yeah.
That's a real good one.
He had it was a good storyline behind him his whole family being like assassins.
Yeah, his whole
and
family.
whatnot,
Him,
and then,
him
like-
not really like trying to like live that out.
Yeah.
So with Hunter x Hunter, right? There's like two versions, right? There's the older one and there's the newer one. Like, which one have you watched both or
I watched
watched both?
I saw the newer one and I started the older one.
I like the older one a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, just I like the animation in the older
Yeah,
ones.
the
It's just-
animation, the colors are nice too.
I feel like
Yeah.
there was like a lot more going on. I feel like they try to focus solely on one storyline when he got to the new one,
Yeah.
but like with the older one, there was a lot more characters.
Yeah, there was a lot
and
going
more
on.
stories.
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
on.
So it's like with the Chimera Ant, like it's a lot going on, but I feel
Like-
like I don't know about how it is in the new one, if it's kind of like the same, but it's like everyone has something going on. It's like damn,
Like Hisoka
yeah.
shows up one time in the new one, and like the end. And then what's the other? It was another kid that they were with, that like I forgot his name, but like he had that ability where he would chain his soul to yours.
Oh, he got blonde hair,
Yep,
Kurapika.
I think that is his name.
Is that
Yeah.
him? Don't he got like the chains and shit, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell happened to him? No, you didn't hear nothing from him the whole
Yeah,
time.
he
Yeah,
kind of
Yeah.
like they kind of like just introduced him. He did his thing.
like he
with
was
the
a
Fan of
dope ass
Truth.
character. Then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, it's like disappeared.
Yeah, but the thing about him that he had only one goal, and that was to get like something from his family's past that the Spider Clan had.
Oh, they
eyes.
took the eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he,
I think that's
he wanted that revenge. He was just chasing
Yeah,
that revenge the whole time.
He's a Sasuke.
he just wanted that revenge.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
the anime's not even finished. Like there's
Nah, yeah, it's still
Yeah,
going.
it's not even
Still
done.
going. Anyone watch Fairy Tail at all?
Yeah,
I didn't
What?
watch
Fairy
Fairy Tail.
Tail?
I started it. I didn't. I don't know. I couldn't.
I feel
Yeah.
you.
It's one of those.
yeah.
It's like
But when I did start that though, I started something else at the same time, and I was really gravitated towards that, which was Black Clover.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I like
good
Black Clover.
Black Clover's a good.
That's one of those shows you gotta stick with because
Yeah.
at first it's like, bro, it's just typical like
Yeah.
he wants to get stronger and yeah, but I heard it gets better.
It's a dope storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, on how he has no magic.
Yeah,
and
it really is.
and basically that's his whole.
Yeah.
Basically, he's supposed to be the king because he's the answer to everybody that has magic.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like his strength is his sheer will, really. If you think about it.
It's
But
crazy.
nah,
The one thing that's holding him back is the answer to everything.
Yeah, that's funny as well.
To every fight.
But so like I guess I would consider myself like an old school type of anime dude. Like I do watch new ones, but like I like the older ones like Yu Hakusho. We spoke on Gundam. So like what? So we're gonna do like this. You give me like 2 or 3 of your like old animes that you like, and then we could go into newer ones that you like. So like I said, Yu Hakusho, Gundam. Guess I'll count Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
You gotta add Cowboy Bebop into that.
Cowboy,
See, I got
Cowboy-
Twin,
I was
I got
gonna
Cowboy
say that.
Bebop, I got
Yeah.
Trigun,
Great
I got Samurai Champloo,
Yeah.
Zatch Bell was actually pretty good.
a new one.
What was that?
Which one?
Zatch Bell.
That's actually good. I forgot about that. That's crazy.
That's
I
a
seen
great
that
anime.
such a
Yeah, y'all
while
seen
ago.
that? What's it called? Bobo.
That show's funny.
That show was comedy.
What
I used
was
to
the
watch
other
it
one I
as a
just
kid.
started watching again?
That show's mad funny.
Yeah.
It was one
Hilarious.
where they like went to the spirit world and they had like a whole tournament and it was like a super old anime.
Do you Hakusho? Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. No?
Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, I was thinking about Inuyasha, but it's Yu Yu Hakusho.
That's top 5.
Yeah,
top
Yu Yu
5.
Hakusho.
Top 5.
What was the other one I really liked?
Ever seen Outlaw Star?
Outlaw Star, nah, I haven't even heard that.
That's an old thing. Have you seen it?
I haven't.
Damn, bro, I'm old.
That's why I'm not trying to bring up old, like too old shit. I'm not trying to bring it up. We'd be like, wait, hold on.
Nah, that's a good one too. It's like only like 20 episodes, but it's really dope.
There was one I was thinking about, but I forget the name of it. There's a lot of dope ones out there.
Nah, for real.
You said two older ones, and
You could do 2 or 3, whatever comes to mind.
I mean, I'm gonna put in Full Metal Alchemist, and I'm gonna put in Inuyasha as well,
Okay.
and Zatch Bell. Those are the 3 classics.
Zatch Bell is a throw. I forgot about that.
Nah,
anime.
Zatch
That's
Bell was
crazy.
really like every time that shit came on, I'm just at the TV, just like, yo, what's about to happen? Like,
I
those
never
fights.
watched it. That's crazy.
I got a book
It's
just
dope.
because of that. The
Yeah.
spell book, I got one just because Zatch Bell is that fire to me.
People don't bring this up, but I feel like it's a forgotten thing that deserves its shine because it really was a dope anime. Digimon.
Oh hell yeah!
Digimon was it was way past Pokemon, but it was
slept on.
It was
Yeah,
way
it's-
too past Pokemon. People didn't
Yeah.
understand it at first.
Definitely,
Yeah.
that's a fact.
They thought it was just a rip off of Pokemon, but it was
The
It's gonna keep you
storyline was
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
The storyline
Hell
was
yeah.
was
storyline
way
was
crazy.
darker than Pokemon.
Yeah.
Every sense of the word. I hate what they did to it now. With
And
the,
even the animation too was crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ahead of its time too.
What was your favorite season though from Digimon? I think mine was when they actually get to turn into Digimon.
Yeah.
Oh, that was lit.
That's probably my favorite
Yeah,
season.
Yeah.
I kind of like what they did to it now. It's like a bunch of like weird fusion
I
shit.
haven't even seen.
Yeah, it's weird.
But
bro.
yeah, some new shit. I hate when they try to reboot shit. Like leave it where it's at.
It's the same thing like with Yu-Gi-Oh. Like,
Yeah, leave it where it's at. It's getting too crazy now.
Definitely.
yeah, it's just like
That V-Rain shit, I don't understand it by far, and I'm not trying to.
I went as far as 5Ds. 5Ds was cool. It was. I fucked with it.
It was all right.
It was alright. It was alright.
It wasn't bad.
But after that, I'm like, nah, I can't do this shit no more.
Zexel was getting too crazy.
I didn't even waste my time on that. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Beyblade was wavy.
I've
Beyblade.
never.
I never
ever
watched Beyblade, but I was
bothered to
playing.
even
I was
try to
playing
get
Beyblade.
into
Beyblade
it.
was the bro. Like I would be in the hood just
Because it was like,
letting
bro,
it rip
like
shit.
it's tops. Or
Listen,
no?
them tops had some shit.
Like,
Nah.
I feel like it was
My
like
top could get it
it
with
was,
Joe's.
it was a good anime. It was a good anime for what it was, but like the whole trying to keep up because anything that came out at that time was trying to compete with Pokemon,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
and it was like
it really was.
either Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh. And it's like Beyblade to me wasn't strong enough to me. at
It
the time.
kind of
I was like,
wasn't,
eh.
but it was just like if you were tired of watching those two, all right, I'll go watch some
Right.
Beyblade. And then another one that came out, it's called Battle Beat 'Em On. I don't know if you
Yeah.
ever seen that.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was.
I do remember that, but I think I was watching like a video the other day where they was talking about forgotten animes.
Yeah.
And it was like it had like a few episodes and they
Yeah,
canceled it.
that shit was definitely
Yeah.
forgotten. It's like you had like little toys that shoot like little balls at little balls at each other or
Right.
whatever. It was weird. I didn't really get it. I was like,
That's like Bakugan.
yeah.
Yeah, that came a little.
You know what's
after,
crazy? I thought Bakugan and Beyblade was the same thing at one point.
They kind of
can
are.
really
understand
swore
why.
it was.
They kind of are though when you
Yeah.
really think about it.
Yeah.
But Bakugan, that it was weird.
It was weird.
Was it
I never
Bakugan
really
was
got
like
into
little?
Yeah, little balls
Yeah,
you
little
throw
balls,
them and
they, like, roll over
transform
and-
into like figures and it was.
Yeah.
And you have the card for it, and you roll it on the card,
Yeah, it was
and then
like-
that's where it.
it's-
I tried with
I
that.
did. It's
I
like,
did,
are you
but-
Yu-Gi-Oh or are you Beyblade?
Right.
Like,
That's what my.
They try to
Jordan
like
Kings
mix
in.
them. I'm like,
It's
nah.
like, what are you, bro?
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
had another like old. It was kind of like a Yu-Gi-Oh ripoff. Low key was Duel Masters.
yeah.
I've heard, I
Yeah.
never
Well, yeah, that got
into it,
canceled
but
real
I've
quick.
heard
It
that.
did. They brought it back though. Like he's older now, and like I don't know, it was weird.
Nah, yeah,
it
it's-
was weird. But yeah. So what are like your three? What would be your three like newish kind of animes going on right now?
3 newer ones. Baki,
Mm-hmm.
7 Deadly Sins, and I want to say Hunter x Hunter, but that's because they did the newer version of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm sticking. You see, I'm sticking with safe ones.
Listen.
Because like I know old ones, but I don't want to mention
I feel
crazy
you.
shit.
I feel
Like if I say something like I don't know, like the Riddick Chronicles of Riddick anime.
yeah.
People don't know about that, but
I
that
know
shit
about
was sick.
Yes.
From Toonami.
That's some old shit
Right.
there, but
Or the original Dragon Ball Z tapes. It's different. It's way different than the anime.
yeah.
Because it was like cursing
Yeah.
and all kinds of like,
Yeah.
explicit things going on in there. I was like, this Dragon Ball Z is not for like
Yeah.
kids at
I had
all.
to wonder like what's going on. Like
Yeah.
but
But like if you look at the new like the newest animes as well, they also curse.
I like that though.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, they curse like crazy.
Yeah.
They curse
Yep.
like crazy.
And I like it.
Yeah, that Jujutsu Kaisen definitely got to be in my top 3 newest anime.
Yeah.
I'll probably add that. Probably do like Attack on Titan. Just that
you
story,
I didn't
that-
finish that. I
that
definitely
storyline
gotta
is
finish
crazy.
that. I keep hearing about that.
And
You gotta
I'm
finish
waiting for that next season to come too.
Yo,
'Cause
aren't they done though? Or
isn't like the next half of the
oh
final
they
season.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still gotta finish that. I just got to the part where they find out that Aaron's like in that whatever that they're in.
Mhm,
Yeah,
the
they find
Jaegers.
him out. Yeah. Yeah, Aaron I know he blew up on some crazy shit.
Yeah,
like,
he on some different type. Of
yeah,
shit.
he used to be a crybaby and he's just like heart not I won't say heartless, but he's just like cold and calculated now. It's just like
That's the character development,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
that shit was fire. I guess for me, you already got 2 of mine. You got Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Speaking on, just to speak on what you was just saying just now, as far as like the character development, sometimes they have characters digress.
They
Like
do.
sometimes a character be fire, and then it's like, what the hell was you before? Why you like this now?
That's like the same thing with Rock Lee. I feel
I mean, I was gonna say that they do that in
Yeah, Rock Lee
Naruto.
was
in-
dope.
They
In
did
Naruto,
Rock-
they do that to a lot of
They
characters.
did Rock Lee dirt. They
Yeah.
killed Neji. Like
Yeah,
I'm like,
bro.
yo, like
I'll never get over that one.
I still
they-
haven't gotten over that. Like
they-
Neji was supposed to be like, he was gonna be a bad. I think he would have
Yeah.
been like right
Neji's
here.
goated and always will be goated.
Neji's goated. It's so goated they had to kill him. But yeah, my third one for newest would be My Hero Academia.
You caught up to that?
I keep forgetting about that, but yeah,
Yeah, that's
That
just
was
lit
dope.
because they doing like the villains now. They getting into the backstory with the villains. Eh?
Yo, that one fight he had with damn, I can't remember his name. The dude that wore the beak.
Oh,
Whatever his I forget his name, but that fight had me like, yo, it almost reached my top 5 of all fights, but it was
that was a fire.
it was just too quick.
Yeah.
It was a quick ass fight, but yeah, it was fire.
I actually like his power though.
To Deku,
Yeah. No.
Oh.
The
I forget his name.
villain. Yeah. I forgot
Yeah,
his name, too.
yeah, it's fire.
Midoriya?
No, the villain he was fighting.
Oh, the villain. Yeah, I forgot
Chisaki.
his name.
I think that's it.
What was his villain name though?
There's so many characters in that show.
Yeah,
That's why I like
yeah,
that show.
that
though.
is-
There's
it's
so
a
many
lot.
different characters.
But-
They could-
Yeah, they had to start killing them off because it's like we got too many. Like,
Exactly. But supposedly Dobby is supposed to be like the main villain coming into the next season.
yeah, I've been.
He's
hearing
way
a lot.
more-
Which
I
one?
like
Which
him a
one
lot.
is he?
The dude with the fire.
the
the
blue
blue
flames,
fire.
Yeah, the blue.
I think
I ain't
he's-
gonna
they-
lie. He's
they've been-
probably the sickest one, and they don't even know.
Yeah, they've been hinting like he might be Todoroki's brother.
Yeah, I seen that too. There's like rumors on that.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I don't- yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
that'd be some shit.
Are you crazy?
Because he has siblings. Like they all have like different powers, I guess. Because I
Yeah.
think the mom has cold powers and then the dad has fire powers.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one that got 2. So where's everybody else at? Like what do they got going on?
Right.
So,
Yeah, because they showed that he had siblings, but they never really showed.
yeah, they never
what's
really got
going on
into
with
it.
them.
So they're trying to say Dobby's like his older brother who just decided to go the
Oh,
other
that
way.
They
is
say
fire.
blue fire burns more
Yeah, it burns.
Yeah, it's just like- it's hotter.
burns harder. Yeah, it's hotter.
harder.
But that'd be some shit. So like with anime, you brought up Death Note, the movie or whatever. A lot of live action movies are trash for some reason.
I don't know why they keep trying to.
I stay away from it.
They really be trying.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever watched a live action movie and it was like that wasn't bad?
Yeah.
Please tell me because I have not seen one.
If you want to talk about animes, Street Fighter,
Street Fighter.
the original Street Fighter anime from the 90s.
That's a good one.
Because
Like a live action.
the live action, yeah, they made into to live action, whatever. It's like
Okay.
starring Jean-Claude Van Damme
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
as what's his name, Guile. But it was actually a dope movie. Other than that, I really never
That's the
really
thing,
seen
like,
any other live action.
Street Fighter, you could do that because it's just fighting. Like,
Right.
that makes sense. But like with something like Death Note, where it's just like it's a
I feel like they mess
story.
up every time because it's too complex. Like
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's
you
too
tryna
many
fit-
factors.
Yeah, you try to fit like a huge storyline into like a small time period. Like
Yeah.
The Last Airbender.
I didn't even watch it, but
I'm not gonna
I seen
lie.
that movie in the
I'm not
theaters,
gonna
too.
lie. I would give it a 6 out of 10.
You being generous.
And
Yeah, because
I am being generous,
Yeah,
but just like they try to capture like almost everything with it, and it's just hard to. You feel me? Because Aang is
hard,
the
yeah.
last Airbender.
well, like how they summed it up at the like it was like you skipped wow shit.
Wow.
Like, there was supposed to be like 4 movies because that was only like
right.
I
Yeah.
forgot. I think that was only the air one. I forgot which one it was.
That was water actually.
The water, yeah, it's a book of water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
people that don't
some
know
book
anything
books.
about the storyline is just sitting there like, oh, this is fire. Like my mother sat there and watched. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is
Nah.
I like this.
You have
no,
no
you
idea
have
what's
no
going
idea.
You got no idea. You gotta
This
watch
is
it.
nonsense.
Yeah, same thing
And
with
he's over
Dragon
there
Ball.
next to her just mad as fuck, and it's like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, they fucked up this whole thing.
Same thing with Dragon Ball Z. Like Goku's in high school and shit. Like, I'm like, nah.
Since when? Yeah.
Yo,
I'm like, that don't make
Yo,
no
that
sense.
first Dragon Ball Z movie was terrible.
I haven't.
bro.
I watched like 2 minutes of it. I'm like, I can't do this.
It was
Since in high school,
terrible.
he's dumb as a doorknob. We know this.
Yeah, he's not going to high
We know
school.
this.
Nothing new.
This man started a whole tournament and betted his planet on it.
Yeah, like you're not in high school doing that. Like,
Yeah.
Yo, we gotta talk about Gohan, bro, and how they hold that character, man.
listen,
Yo,
yeah,
come on,
that's
man.
actually a good topic. So like, we talk about character digression.
Yeah,
Gohan,
that's definitely one of them.
he
one
was
of the
supposed to
main
be the
ones.
next one up. After that Cell saga, I'm like, yo, Gohan's gonna be it.
He's real.
He went to high school.
Yeah, he went to high school, fell in love, and wanted to help
Yo,
the civilians.
You
bro.
they kind of like regressed his character because like because I was a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. Like I used to look up character details online and like the storylines beyond just the show because a lot of my friends would just come into school
Yeah.
talking about the show. You know,
Yeah.
and we we was just like into that. Like okay, you know what happened on Dragon Ball Z last night? That's cool. But I'm like, do you know about this character, dude? Like Gohan is literally supposed to be the strongest Saiyan that ever lived because of his fusion with a human and a Saiyan, and the Saiyan's powers are based off of emotion, and humans
Yeah,
have
humans got
a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
So
oh, I didn't even think about that.
yeah, when what happened when Gohan had killed Cell? I forgot, but that was one of the dopest things I seen when he did the Kamehameha wave with one arm.
Yeah.
That was crazy and
Nobody
demolished
ever
this man.
Yeah, no one ever.
Nobody
did
never
that.
did. You can't do it. It's not
He was
possible.
too real, bro. That scene was just amazing.
They made him super strong as a teenager, and then when he was trying to like grow up, whatever, they just like now he wears glasses.
But you
he's
know what it
he's
was?
a professor.
I think that was his mom's fault. Like because Goku had died, and like she was big on him studying or whatever. So, and Gohan was just like whatever. Like all right, my mom wants me to do this, I'm gonna do this. Like my dad wants. So like Goku's gone.
So
My mom's
my
all
back
about
broke.
Yeah,
And
like-
my mom want me
yeah. So
have my head in the books.
yeah. So like she just took over, and like he's not gonna tell her no.
Yeah,
So
like,
like
how you go from the strongest Saiyan to like what the fuck are you now? Like you a scholar
yeah,
or
it's to the
Yeah,
point
but he
where-
was also hiding it, right? Where he become the captain Saiyan, right?
oh my god.
yeah,
You talking about Saiyan man?
the great
Yeah,
Saiyan
the
man.
Saiyan-
yeah,
Saiyan
the great Saiyan man.
He was the golden fighter at
Oh,
first.
that right there was why I said GT failed. Was doing stuff like that.
Great Saiyan man.
Yeah, like come on, bro.
Yeah.
You like Hercule is all through this. Goku's a kid. You got Saiyan man. I don't know,
Saiyan
like
woman.
Pan was the actual
Pan was the shit.
like she was the main character of the whole thing.
I think my favorite villain in that whole thing was Baby. Baby was dope.
Yeah, Baby was dope.
Yeah, and then all the like, I guess the Dragon Ball dragons.
But
or
you didn't
whatever.
feel like Baby was more so like a carbon copy of what they were doing with Cell?
Yeah, or Majin Buu. More like Majin Buu.
It was like probably like a mixture.
yeah, because of mix. Cause he was absorbing people, but then he was like evolving also at the same time. So it's just like
The Buu saga was wavy.
Buu Saga was
Yeah.
dope.
Buu Saga was dope.
Buu Saga was dope. All right, so it's time to just wrap this up a little bit. Anybody have any like anime suggestions or anything like we should watch? Like I think I got Steins Gate as one of
Steins
anime.
Gate dope. You should watch that.
That's something I've been fiending to watch. What else is up there?
For me, there's an anime I seen. It's a new one that came out recently. It's called 8686. Yeah, and it's a really good one. It's like if you really want to see like an emotional anime where it's like it deals with like target your feels. That's a really good one too.
Okay.
And it deals with like not really mechas, but they're like robots and they kind of like fight each other and they're like the storyline is
86,
amazing.
86, okay.
It sounds like I heard that shit before, but I don't really know.
You know, I threw mines out there, Cannon Busters.
Yeah,
Cannon
check that
Busters,
out, yeah.
Definitely.
gotcha. But
Definitely check that out.
yeah, you know, time flies when you're just talking about shit. So
Right.
Definitely.
but yeah, this was episode 2. Appreciate you boys for stopping by, and
problem.
yeah, see y'all next time.
Yo, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you. All right.